Micah chapter 5 verse 2. But thou, Bethlehem, Ephratah, thou be little among the thousands of Judah. Yet out of thee shall come forth unto me that is to be ruler of Israel, which is the one everybody calls Jesus. His real name is Yahawahshi, whom whose going forth have been from old, from everlasting. So it clearly tells you that the one everybody will call Jesus, the one everybody calls Jesus and would call Yahawahshi in those days. Everybody that he would be a ruler, whose going forth have been from old, from everlasting. So he was already there from everlasting. He was from the old days. But how can that be? He didn't. He doesn't even exist. It says, "From you, Bethel, Raath, from thou shall come the one from Judah." Okay, from everlasting. So also, yeah. So he was then the one everybody calls Jesus, and the one everybody calls Jesus was before that. And here is where he himself says it also. The book of John, chapter 8, verse 56. Let me start at 54. Jesus answered, "If I honor myself, my honor is nothing. It is my Father that honoreth me, of whom ye say that he is your God. Yet ye have not known him, but I know him. And if I should say, I know him not, I shall be a liar like unto you." So the Lord Yahweh was bold, man, straight in your face. You're a liar. I'm not like you. But I know him and keep his saying. Your father Abraham rejoiced to see my day, and he saw it and was glad. Now, you're going to think like, huh? How can Abraham, our forefather, I mean, and you, some of our people also nowadays, they be like, how can the one everybody calls Jesus, which his real name is Yahawahshi, how can Yahawahshi have seen um, Abraham? Well, it explains that. Wait, let me get that. Let me get that. It explains that in the book of Matthew. Where is it? Here. In the book of Matthew, chapter 1. Now, check this out. The book of Matthew, chapter 1, verse 1. The book of the generations of Jesus Christ, Yahawahshi Hamashiach, the son of David, the son of Abraham. Abraham begat Isaac, and Isaac begat Jacob, and Jacob begat Judas and his brethren. With Judah. Anyway, wait. Yeah. Judas and his brethren. Now check this. Oh yes, yeah, Judas. It is Judas. Not Judas Iscariot. I made a mistake. I wanted to say. Anyway, here he says it. The book of the generations of Jesus Christ, the son of David, the son of Abraham. Now it goes to the book of John, chapter 8 and 65. Here is where this is the one that the one Yahawahshi himself said, "Your father Abraham rejoiced to see my day." Because when Abraham saw Isaac, he was very glad. He rejoiced because that's now his son, right? He was happy with Ishmael, but that bitch got kicked to the curb along with his mama, the Hamite Hagar. So yeah, your father Abraham rejoiced to see my day, and he saw it and was glad. Then said the Jews unto him, now the suckers is coming. thou art not yet 50 years old, and hast thou seen Abraham? Yahawahshi said unto them, Verily, verily, I say unto you, surely, surely, I say unto you, before Abraham was, I am. Now, we're going to find that out, what he means with that. Um, where is it? Psalms, Isaiah, Hebrews, Proverbs, Hebrews, John. Luke. What he means with that is this. The book of Luke, chapter 3, verse 38, which was the son of Enos, which was the son of Seth, which was the son of Adam, which was the son of God. Adam was the son of God. And Adam is the one everybody calls Jesus Christ. And Adam was even, the one everybody calls Jesus Christ, Yahawahshi, he was even before Adam. He was Adam, by the way, but he was before Adam also. I'll get to that in a second. Where is it? I think it was in the book of Proverbs. It was here, but anyway, let's just finish this one. John. Yeah. Jesus said so. Now you know he was Abraham because he was Isaac because Abraham rejoiced when he was born because he said, "Your father Abraham rejoiced to see my day," and he saw it because Abraham thought he ain't getting no more kids. He's old. Even Sarah, her name was Sarai, but even Sarah thought like, I'm old. How am I gonna get some kids? You know how the so-called black woman speaks, but she wasn't speaking stupid. But anyway, then said the Jews unto him, Thou art not even 50 years old, and hast thou seen Abraham? And Yahawahshi said unto them, Verily, verily, I say unto you, before Abraham was, I am. He didn't say I was. He said I am because he is. You know what I mean? It's real deep if you check that out. And why he said that is because of the why he said that. You can find that in the book of Proverbs, chapter 8, verse 20. Actually, it begins with 22, but I'm gonna get at 20. This is King Solomon, by the way. I lead in the way of righteousness, in the midst of the path of judgment, that I may cause those that love me to inherit substance, and I will fill their treasures. Here it begins here. The Lord possessed me in the beginning of his ways, before his works of old. Now see, it comes again, before his works of old. Meaning before he made the sun and the moon and stuff like that, and the stars. Verse 23, I was set up from everlasting, from the beginning, or even, or ever the earth was. Just before the earth was, mind you, this is the book of Proverbs, chapter 8, verse 23. He said, the Lord has possessed him from the beginning of his ways, from the beginning of the Lord his ways, the Most High his ways. He had possessed King Solomon already, before his works of old. And here you can find it. Micah chapter 5 and 2, whose goings forth hath been from the old, from everlasting. Now going back to here. Or ever the earth was. Just before the earth was, King Solomon was already there. Verse 24. When there were no depths, I was brought forth. Before there was any depths. Do you know what depth is? The depth is, the 3D, how we live in now. When you look in a barrel, it has depth. When you look at water, it has depth. Before that even was. Okay? When there was no depth, I was brought forth. When there was no fountains abounded with waters. Before the waters was there, he was there. I'm saying space is also made out of water. It's a different form of water, but anyway, that's why you can't breathe it. Before the mountains were settled, before the hills I was brought forth. Now, how can Solomon be brought forth before the mountains was settled, before the hills was brought forth? Verse 26, while as yet he had not made the earth, nor the fields, nor the highest part of the dust of the world. So, before the earth was made, King Solomon, who wrote the book of Proverbs, he was already made. You know what I'm saying? When he prepared the heavens, I was there. So King Solomon was already there, but he wasn't King Solomon then. He was the one everybody calls Jesus, the one everybody knows to be Melchizedek. The one everybody calls Melchizedek. He was the first begotten son, the angel, the on the right hand side, right? When he prepared the heavens, I was there. When he set a compass upon the face of the depth. You know what I'm saying? So east, north, southwest, and stuff like that. He was already there before he even made the earth round. When he was preparing the heavens, King Solomon was there. Verse 28. When he established the clouds above, the Lord Yahawahshi was there, which is King Solomon. When he strengthened the fountains of the deep, King Solomon was already there. When he gave to the sea his decree, that the water should not pass his commandment. When he appointed the fountains of the earth, King Solomon was already there. Verse 30. Then I was by him, as one brought up with him, and I was his daily delight, rejoicing always before him. So King Solomon was by him, was brought up by him, with him, was his daily delight, rejoicing always before him. So King Solomon was already there as the one everybody calls Jesus Christ. And the one everybody calls Jesus Christ is Melchizedek. Going on. Rejoicing in the habitable part of his earth, and my delights were with the sons of men. And those are the angels in human bodies. Now, I gotta show you this. Where was I actually? Here. Now that King Solomon is the one everybody calls Jesus Christ. Now check this out. This is the book of 2 Samuel, chapter 7, verse 12. All right, check this out. The book of 2 Samuel, chapter 7, verse 12. And when thy days to be fulfilled, when thy days be fulfilled, and thou shalt sleep with thy fathers. This is talking about King David. I will set up thy seed after thee, which is King Solomon, which shall proceed out of thy bowels, King Solomon, and I will establish his kingdom, King Solomon. And he shall build an house for my name, King Solomon, because David had too much blood on his hand. He cannot build it. The house of the ark, but this is talking about the house of Israel. And I will establish the throne of his kingdom forever. King Solomon didn't rule forever. Now check this out. Here comes the main ingredient, as the elder Gabal always said. Anyway. I will be his father, and he shall be my son. If he commit iniquity, which he did in the book of 1 Kings, chapter 11, verse 1, he did that. King Solomon did commit sins, iniquity even,